Welcome to Let's Be Real. I'm Joe Mambu.
It's boy Big Sherm, my people, and I love you all. I love you.
It's your boy Op. We here, baby. Let's go.
Word. Glad to have you back. So this episode,
Wait,
what?
tell them the news
What's the news? I don't know.
about our friend, about brother Ak.
What, we put him in the group chat?
No, no, fool. That he part of the thing now,
Oh
fool.
yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. All right, I want to thank God for coming on and joining
Ah,
and being
Lord,
part of the team here at Let's Be Real. We welcome that addition. Cheyenne, we still love you, girl. But
we still love you.
still love you, girl. But yeah, I've been doing a really good job for us. So, he's like, yo, man, why don't we make this a permanent thing? He got responsibility, so he's gonna try to be on here as much as possible. I
Yeah.
want to thank you again for coming in and providing your sports acumen. Uh,
It's deeply appreciated.
yeah, for sure,
Appreciate y'all, man,
for sure,
for the
man.
platform.
No doubt. So this episode is 148 and is called LeBron the GOAT, and it's in question marks. The reason why it's in question mark is because we always talk about. Recently, he just passed Karl Malone to be second all time on the NBA scoring list, and so that arises questions if LeBron is the greatest player of all time, right? A guy who's usually considered for his passing, probably the best passer of basketball of all time. Um, but he's up there in scoring numbers. Year 19 with like about what, like 10 games left to the season, maybe something like that. Probably even less,
Yeah,
right? I
about
think
10-9.
playing tournament starts like April 12th or something. So about like 10-9 game. But LeBron is up there. He has a chance to pass Kareem the next season if he stays healthy. Um, but before we talk about LeBron, we got some football talk we want to talk about. We got the quarterback carousel part two. All the big names went. Russell Wilson and Rodgers signed back. Deshaun Watson went to the Browns. But there are still those teams that needed to fill holes at the quarterback position. One of the top teams who could win a Super Bowl this year is the Indianapolis Colts, who you
Ain't
know,
no goddamn way, no coach, ain't no goddamn Super Bowl. But
no,
go ahead.
they're definitely a contender, but shit, you lost my train of thought. Whatever, man. But they recently traded for Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan hasn't had the best season for a couple seasons actually. But he is an upgrade.
Serviceable.
Yeah, he's serviceable. He's an upgrade from who they had now Washington Commanders quarterback Carson Wentz. We knew he lost the game when all he needed to do was win the game so they against Jacksonville so they can make the playoffs. But he laid an egg
Yeah,
in
it's
that
good.
game. Um, and there was so there's also Jameis Winston, right? Jameis Winston, and then there's also Marcus Mariota, who was the backup to for a little bit. Derek Carr over there in Las Vegas
Las
Raiders.
Vegas.
You know what I mean? What do you think about the additional moves? Ak, I'm gonna start with you with the additional moves of quarterbacks of where they went. Who are you liking? I guess the second wave of moves for quarterbacks to be moving around the league.
Yeah, I think this second wave is showing that the first wave, some of y'all should have fell back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the Commanders get now. You got Carson Wentz. You could have had Matt Ryan, bro.
yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying? You got a decent team. Why are you settled for Matt Ryan? What Matt Ryan went for? What, a third?
yeah. Third round pick, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And then come on, I think they gave more for Wentz. Like
Yeah,
come on, bro.
yeah,
Like he's not the quarterback of your future.
yeah.
So why you investing in this man? But
It's called
anyway,
desperation.
yeah, that was it's the Washington Commanders. They just came with they've been the Washington football team without a name for like almost 2 seasons.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I actually like the Washington football team better than the
The
Commanders. Not
I
even
did
Commanders
lie
is
to
too.
you.
terrible.
Not
I
even
did.
lie to you, bro. I like the football team name over the Commanders, but that was the name they went with. And Carson Wentz was actually the move to get Carson Wentz was a head scratch. I know he's a big arm quarterback, but he's not an accurate one. And because he has a big arm, sometimes he
Yeah.
loses accuracy. And I mean, but go ahead, I don't want to.
He makes bad decisions, man. I watched it. I watched every play. He started off hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the
Yeah,
reason why I had that jersey. I don't know what to do with it now. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody won't even buy it from me. You know, nobody loves Carson Wentz anymore.
Sell it to national liquidators, man.
Oh, there you go.
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, man. So, Sherm, what about for you, man? The second waves of moves. What you liking, what you not liking about the second waves of QB moves in the league?
That fucking move with Atlanta was just like, you know what? We messed up. We was going to get Deshaun, and then at the last minute, we lost Deshaun. So, like, all right, Matt Rule, like, listen, I want to be trading now because you ain't going to pay him $50 million like all these other quarterbacks. You ain't going to fucking do it. Yeah. Secondly, him going to Indianapolis, all they're going to do is going to be one and done. Let's be real. That's the name of the fucking show, right?
Yeah. Of course.
They're one and done.
Yeah. So you think one playoff game and then they out.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And the only way they're getting it is they're winning the division because they're not going to get a wild card.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it could be kind of like a Matt Stafford situation with the Rams? Well, you know, he wasn't really doing well in Detroit. Comes to the Rams. Obviously, they give him a lot of weapons. I'm just saying. For a lot of years, man. For a lot of years, you know, Matt Stafford's been pedestrian. I mean, his numbers been great, but come on, he ain't a winner. He not a winner. We don't know. Before this season, we did not consider Matt Stafford a winner. Can that be the same said for Matt Ryan and the Colts?
Hell no! What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
Hell are you talking about? Have you seen Matt Ryan? Have you seen Matt Ryan?
I've seen Matt Ryan.
Listen, he gave up a
MVP.
Who gives a flying? Like you said, who gives a flying frig? Right?
MVP. He could throw the rock.
He could throw the with Julio there. With Julio there, he could throw the rock.
Calvin Ridley. I agree.
Okay, him going there is gonna be the same shit. Listen, give it a job.
Don't do that to Matt.
No, what do you mean don't do that? I'm gonna say it again. He is the Phillip Rivers of the NFC, who's not actually gonna be in the AFC now.
Yeah.
That he's gonna get you, he's gonna put up these good numbers, he's gonna beat these average teams, but when it's time for him to do something, he ain't gonna do jack shit. I don't see it in the Super Bowl. No. And also Carson Wentz, like I said, that's nothing. That's desperation. They needed somebody. They needed a splash to make sure things were to happen. You know, this is it. They did something.
I don't know how that's a splash, but
it's not a fucking splash. Get the fuck out of here.
So how do you guys are feeling about Marcus Mariota, former number 2 overall pick going to the Falcons?
Here's a hot take for you.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL quarterback draft will start at number 8. Atlanta has the pick. Mm-hmm. Malik Willis will be the pick.
Okay.
If they're so desperate for quarterbacks, they will go get Malik Willis. Because if they don't, I don't know. Because you need a quarterback now. You got to build something. You got to start somewhere.
Let me ask you this though, Sean. With all the trades and everything happening this season, and everybody giving mortgaging a future for quarterbacks, you think Malik Willis is going to drop to 8 after all of these videos?
No. It's not dropping to 8. He's moving up. Remember, these quarterbacks were not rated in the top 10 to begin with. Yeah. As you saw the combines and you saw the pro days, they have sat there, they have up their stock. Malik Willis, I saw him play a couple of games on ESPN Plus and all that crap. Because it was Liberty's not a big school.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. But I saw the talent. Now they say thick, I say Steve McNair. He looks like he feels like Steve McNair to me because McNair had a rocket arm himself.
Yeah.
And he can move.
Yeah.
So for me, the NFL draft for quarterbacks start at number 8. So if Atlanta don't take him, Seattle might take him at 9.
Yeah. What's up with that Seattle situation? I'm glad you touched on that. Because right now their starting quarterback is Drew Lock, right?
That man will not be starting a friggin' game. Okay. Let's be real. He ain't starting the game.
What you say? Kaepernick got a better chance?
Yeah. You're damn right, and we know that ain't happening.
Kaepernick actually have a better chance than Drew Lock.
Kaepernick got a better chance of starting, getting out there.
So with all this quarterback, movement in the league, right? There's still one quarterback that we are not talking about. And
who's that?
He currently plays for the Cleveland Browns, and he's the backup of Deshaun Watson. Do you?
He ain't gonna be no fucking backup. He gone now. Nobody just don't want his ass.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Right now, he has a cap hit of 8. He has a salary of $18 million. Now, there's reports that teams do want him. And I think there's several teams that could use a quarterback. I think the Giants could use a quarterback. I think the Jets, they picked their guy. I think they're going to stick with him a little bit. Seattle needs a quarterback, right? Some other teams. Maybe Kirk Cousins is out in Minnesota. Maybe something like that.
No,
Right?
they stuck.
They stuck with Kirk? You think they
They
stuck with
suck.
Kirk?
A little
Okay.
bit, a little bit.
They
Yeah.
suck.
But Baker Mayfield, man, who's the number one overall pick once upon a time. And listen, he's been getting a little bit of bad rap. You know what I'm saying? He had the shoulder injury, he had the torn labrum. Do you think
For a play he did not need to make.
he did? Yeah,
He did not need to make the goddamn play.
Right. You're exactly right. But Pittsburgh is saying they are willing to go and get him, but not at the price that he's currently at. So
Which means
the
okay,
Browns.
sorry, Joe.
So the Browns will have to cut him and basically give him like a veteran's minimum, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But not only that, does it make sense for like now? I know the Browns have their quarterback for the future, right? Even with all the things that's going on, he's there for the long haul. 5 years, 230, right? Fully guaranteed. Do you think because the NFL will now suspend Deshaun, and they have to suspend him?
He's gonna get suspended.
Do you think Baker will be suiting up for them in those games that Deshaun is suspended, or you think they'll trade him or cut him before then and he'll go to a different team?
He is gone. You hear me?
Yeah.
He's gone. So now you're asking yourself, who want to take the man?
Yeah.
I hear Pittsburgh. I say that's a fallback plan, just in case. Because I think the Steelers should do is trade the mortgage, at least this draft, for Malik Willis.
Okay.
I say they should move up, try to get past Atlanta. If it costs you 2 number ones, fine. Because
not the draft with no QBs, so I'm good. I'll just wait till next year.
But listen, but I'm saying, listen, like you told me, Matthew Stafford. Listen, the Rams drafted their future, and they're fine with it.
You said the Rams drafted their future?
They traded their future for Matthew Stafford.
Oh yeah, and obviously it worked. But you got to remember that team was a little stacked, man.
No matter what, the quarterback had to be there. The quarterback had to be there.
Pittsburgh's not a stacked team, man. Is Juju not even there right now?
No, he in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't have a team, so I'm not mortgaging my future for a NFL draft that is putrid with
You say
I wouldn't do it.
You say it's putrid. It's about the coaching. Who can coach him up?
No, I agree, but couldn't we just wait until next year when there's a bunch
and what I mean next year
NFL QBs?
Next year, Bryce Young from Alabama is probably going to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
he's not going to be there for Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, Pittsburgh
they're going to be average to good. So he ain't going to be there. You better go get this guy now. To me, swap number ones with somebody. Take your next year's pick and go get this guy. To me,
okay. That's why I was saying I don't know if Malik goes that far, like to 8.
So you thinking he gets picked sooner?
Who has who's not quarterback strong before the 8th pick?
There's nobody. The draft starts at 8.
What's the teams that are drafting?
1 through 7. 1 through 8. Because everybody trade away multiple picks for years and years.
No, I'm not saying multiple picks.
What are you saying? Like a first rounder?
Who, like, for instance, you want to give Atlanta a pick? You swap first round picks. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh gives up another first round pick and maybe a 2. Mm-hmm. Next year's 1, maybe this year's 2, and trade up and go get this guy. That's a lot. It's not high. That's not high. It's a first round pick. You're drafting in the first round.
You're saying 2 first rounders. Pittsburgh in the first
round. You're swapping
second round.
You're swapping first round picks.
I get that.
For example, with Atlanta, you're swapping first round picks.
Yep.
And then you have to give Atlanta because they're getting up their 8th pick, and Pittsburgh's coming from 20, I believe, somewhere between 18 and 20.
Okay, so
you have to Yeah, so you gotta come up.
Yeah.
You gotta
Okay.
spend a little.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I mean,
I say it's worth it.
I
I
agree.
say it's worth it
Yeah.
to me.
All right. Let's touch on another subject now. I know we kind of ran the table with this quarterback carousel, but it's always interesting, right? So much movement in the NFL. It's definitely unconventional because you don't see that a lot, especially star QBs switching teams, right?
It's like the NBA, like you said.
Yeah, NFL looking like the NBA. That was last
Right.
episode. If you ain't check
That's
it
a
out.
fact. That's
You
a
know what
fact.
I'm saying? But let's talk about LeBron James, right? And this GOAT thing. And y'all know how I feel. But I got respect for LeBron. LeBron's a hell of a player. But the question often much time is asked is LeBron the GOAT? And usually it's in comparison to Michael Jordan. I think that is immensely disrespectful because there's another Laker great that should be in the conversation of greatest of all time. And that's one Kobe Bryant. But for the sake of time, we ain't gonna go through that because you know who I'm picking. I'm picking the Black Mamba. But LeBron James recently became the second all-time leading scorer in the NBA, passing Karl Malone. He's now only behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in which he can pass next season if he stays healthy. Do you think LeBron passing Karl Malone makes him the greatest player of all time? And if not, where would you rank him? We're going to do top three because I know top five could get a little convoluted, especially
Yeah.
between three hosts. You know what I'm saying? So, Ak, if you want to go first.
So what's the question again?
So,
Top.
do you consider LeBron James the greatest of all time?
You're on the hot seat, bro. You're on the hot seat. Be easy. Be cool. Be cool.
Yeah, no. I wanna.
Yo, why you laugh like that?
Be cool. Be cool.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There's no way near that LeBron James will ever be the greatest player of all time. I understand what the man has done off the court. I respect him to another high level off the court.
Of course.
But like you said, he's not even seeing Kobe Bean.
I tell people they don't believe
AK, AK, let me tell you something. You're gonna get a lot of comments about this, bro.
Oh, stop it.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
There must be people who's like 20 and under who's gonna. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then you got the GOAT. Michael Jordan changed the NBA, bro. The NBA, he changed marketing in the NBA. Like the NBA wouldn't be this large if it wasn't for Michael Jordan.
Put basketball shoes on the map.
Come on, man.
Put international basketball on the map with the 92 Dream Team.
I'm sorry. LeBron could play till he's 45, 50, play with his son, win a chip with his son. I don't care if he win a chip with Bronny.
Damn, he can't win a chip with his son? Damn.
No.
Damn.
There's no Jesus gonna be better than God. Like
whoa. Take it easy. We don't need to go there, Papa. We don't need to go there. No. Take it easy.
You can't eclipse that. You can't. I'm sorry. He's a great player though. He's top five. I ain't gonna hold you. He's top five. I still even today, I don't even think he's the greatest player right now.
No, definitely not.
Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James, bro.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other topic.
I think Giannis is better than LeBron James right now. And there's case to make that Luke is better than LeBron right now.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What's the name of the show? Let's be real, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, but you're 19. In perspective, though, I'm gonna give him respect. You're 19. What he's doing is incredible, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know, he wasn't doing Michael Jordan wasn't doing was it the chirotherapy?
You talking about
the doing that whole season. My man drinking yak, smoking cigars, playing golf. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
And then he open the season, give you 52. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, man. LeBron really got 3 rings, all right? Because we ain't counting that shit in
Bubble
Disney World. All right. We're not counting that motherfucking Mickey Mouse ring, right? We're not doing that. Because it was basically like, all right, we're gonna chill and then we're gonna come back. But everybody don't really want to play because of all the shit that's going on in the world, right? And I get that. And LeBron was like, fuck it. Like, this is my chance to be great. And Anthony Davis was great in that series against
He didn't
Miami.
fall apart, apparently,
He didn't.
surprisingly.
But
Wow.
remember, Miami was out with one of their top scorers and
Goran
Dragic,
Dragic.
who now plays for the Brooklyn Nets. Listen, LeBron is great. Like I said, he's gonna get my respect. But for me, I can't even put him past Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to put like Jordan, then Kareem, then Kobe, like that'd be my top three, right? Because the thing was, man, LeBron James has passed Kobe Bryant in all-time leading scorer, right? And that's great. But we forget that Kobe Bryant played behind a really good shooting guard in the name of Eddie Jones for 2 seasons. Like, we forget that, right? LeBron was made to be the savior. Kobe Bryant was supposed to be a compliment to Shaq that Jerry West was like, all right, we're going to go and trade for this guy. That's the difference. And listen, that's all history and stuff. But people make it seem like LeBron James is better than Kobe Bryant. I just don't get it. Because Kobe could give you buckets from anywhere. LeBron cannot. LeBron has benefited from a league that scoring has now become top priority. Defense is not much needed in the NBA, right? And he can have all the points he wants, bro. He's not a better scorer than Kevin Durant. He's not a better scorer than Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Now, a lot of people are going to look at you. Hold on. A lot of people are going to look at you mad crazy right now for the statement you just made. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. But a lot of people will be like, Joe, how can he be? Look at all the points he scored.
All right, look at all the points he scored. No nigga ever in the league has ever been the size of LeBron James with the talent and what he can do with the ball. LeBron ain't got no ball handling skills. That's
no moves, McGee.
No moves, McGee, right? But LeBron has benefited from his size, and obviously so, because Shaq did. But we're not sitting up here talking about Shaq, the greatest of all time. We're not. You know what I'm saying? So,
but is he not the most dominant force in the history? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm not going to deny that. But just because you're the most dominant, right, doesn't mean that you're the greatest of all time. LeBron James is a very skilled player, right? He ain't got no moves, right? No moves at all. He ain't got a mid-range game. Kobe Bryant could give it to you anywhere on the floor, just like Michael Jordan. And the thing was, Kobe Bryant, he wasn't shying away from defense. The last time we seen LeBron James play defense, what was it against a prime Derrick Rose? And actually give LeBron.
No, don't do that now. He's been playing games longer than that.
When else? Give me a time.
I mean, in the finals versus Golden State, he was there.
You talking about them 2 finals that he lost?
No, the one he beat Golden State.
Oh, you talking about
the comeback?
Oh, okay, yeah, because Kyrie was there. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't put him past Jordan, man, just because of the talent level of Jordan. And Jordan was playing against senators. I get that. You look at some of those guys; they couldn't be in the league today.
Wait, hold on. That just means Jordan was ahead of his time. That's all that means. It is not his fault that he's genetically built better than everyone.
Yeah. And
that is not his fault.
That's the thing with LeBron James. LeBron James is genetically built better than everyone else. You see now he's dealing with injury in the latter part of his career. But my thing, man, is like LeBron is doing a lot right now for the Lakers. But it's not
whose fault is that?
It's not
whose fault is that?
LeBron's fault.
Okay.
It's LeBron's fault. He chose the personnel along with Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss. But I can't put LeBron in the greatest of all time. For me, he'll never be over Kobe Bryant just because of his talent and skill level, right? This is a guy who was an average guard, 6'6", 220 bills, and he's cooking dudes with straight will. And for me, Jordan's in that same boat. People want to say Jordan better than Kobe.
I mean, the man taught him.
Listen, I say Jordan. Yeah, but the student can't. You telling me the student can't be the master?
This ain't Last Dragon, bro.
No, I'm saying though, like
this ain't Last Dragon, bro.
Right? Like Kyrie's skills come from who? Kyrie's skills come from who?
Come from Kobe. Rod Strickland. Yes.
We sitting here saying Rod Strickland better than Kyrie Irving just because that's his godfather? We're not saying that. We saying Kyrie's a better player. So my thing is, just because a dude taught you something, don't mean you could. This it's time, right?
But he learned from the greatest of all time. No, are we not saying this?
He did. No doubt.
He learned from the greatest of all time.
No doubt about it. And another reason why we give LeBron a knock of not being better than Kobe Bryant is because if you look at their Hall of Fame teammates, LeBron has a lot more Hall of Fame teammates than Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, Kobe,
Yeah.
you would have gave Chris Paul to Kobe Bryant, we would have been
Oh my
talking about
Lord Jesus.
6, 7 championships. Come on,
Whew.
you know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
damn
So
you
then the
did,
argument
son.
would change, right? The argument would change, and that's why I'm like, yo, listen, LeBron what he wants, and because of he get what he wants, can't be the greatest of all time, right? Because
Now,
he gets these super stacked teams that face little adversity, right? We go to Miami, right? We thinking he talking about not one, not two, not three. He talking about winning more than Jordan. The only way you feel like that, if you know you have the best team on paper to accomplish those things. Then he
and
turned around.
even when he had the best team on paper, somehow
They went two
he
and four.
lost.
Yeah, they went 2-4. You know what I'm saying? And then you turn around, he goes to Cleveland, has one of the best ball handler of all time and a great mid-range shooter, right? Kyrie Irving turns around from that, and then he goes and gets Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like for me,
Broken glass.
it's a little too much. It's a little bit too much for me to consider him the greatest of all time because you got what you want, right? Like Kobe Bryant won
Word.
championships with Pau Gasol. You know what I'm saying? He won
Lamar Odom.
championship with Lamar Odom. He
Come
got the
on,
three with
man.
Shaq, no doubt about it. He was dominant, right?
Metal World Peace.
Metal World, but Metal World Peace wasn't even Ron. He wasn't even the Ron Artest he was on Houston the previous season.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't getting that Ron Artest that you got when he was like challenging Kobe in that Houston Rockets jersey. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if Kobe would have had more help, right, with the NBA's like, player movement and all that, right? Kobe would have had more rings, no doubt about it. If
I
you would have
believe
gave
so.
him the personnel that LeBron James had through his career, let Kobe Bryant play with Dwayne Wade and motherfucking Chris
Chris
Bosh.
Bosh.
You know what I'm saying? Turn around, come play with Kyrie Irving. Turn around, come play with a guy like Anthony Davis. Like, who was that for Kobe Bryant? Pau Gasol was
Nobody.
nowhere near that. Kevin Love, who's probably LeBron's like worst all-star teammate. Shit, we
You
could
think
do
so?
that in Lakerland. Yeah. Yeah. He
Okay.
not better than Bosh. He not better than Dwayne Wade. He not better than Kyrie Irving. He not better than Anthony Davis. We could have
Kevin
gave
Love.
Kevin Love. We could have
Okay.
gave Kobe Bryant, Kevin Love, and Kobe Bryant would have turned that nigga into a monster. That's why LeBron not the greatest of all time.
Now, before we get to the next topic, I want to just say my piece on what's been going
We
on.
got like 2 minutes, but
Well, thank you for that, bro.
yeah.
But my top three, I go by who I saw play.
Mhm.
Now that's me watching basketball from about '92.
Okay.
To me, the top three players:
Mhm.
Michael Jordan,
Mhm.
Tim Duncan, LeBron James.
Okay. Tim Duncan, we go. Tim Duncan did have a better career than Kobe. We
And
feel
I'm
you.
gonna say it
Tim
one
Duncan
more
did.
time:
Mhm.
the greatest power forward of our generation. I
Mhm.
don't care what anybody tell me. He sat there and beat the so-called GOAT LeBron twice. He swept him once.
We're not counting. He was 22.
I don't care.
He's 22.
He got the gentleman sweep after they lost in 7 games the year before.
Yeah.
But for me, LeBron, I've always said he's not Michael. He's sitting there, he chases ghosts. You can't chase that ghost.
No.
To me, he's magic. He was always magic to me. When I saw him play in high school, he was magic. Through
Yeah.
his career, to me, he's been magic.
Mhm.
Now, for me, I still feel like we've been kind of cheated in a way
Mhm.
because I go back to the night when he was down 3-2 versus Boston,
I remember that.
and it was on the line.
I remember that.
That is his best, and I've said it many times on the show. That is his best performance I have ever seen. Period from him.
You talking about when he was in the Cavs jersey?
Miami jersey.
Oh no, that wasn't the best. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking about video game James, game
No,
5
this
against
guy
the
over here.
Pistons.
No, that was crazy too.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But his legacy was on the line the first time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
And KJ and these boys had him rattled, and he had to do something. And he obliterated them in game 6.
Yeah.
There was nothing nobody could do.
Yeah.
And I thought from that point on, we was going to get that. To me, we hadn't gotten that because up until that point, I think he was like 1-4, 1-4, 1-3, or something like that in the playoffs.
LeBron
In the
for a
finals.
very long time.
No, don't get me wrong. NBA Finals. Hey, make it 10 straight finals. That ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No, definitely not.
That's them. That's Celtic like.
Yeah, definitely not.
He was a one man Celtic guy per se. And now we look at it like, how many championships did he win? Because to me,
From a,
he ain't even do what Jordan do. Jordan never went to a game 7. Do you understand this?
in the finals, in the finals.
Never went to a game 7.
Yeah,
He don't know what game 7 is.
yeah.
But at the same time, LeBron has been in a few game 7s. Now, luckily, he's come out on top of them. But we can't sit there and literally say this man's better than Jordan. I saw Jordan. And I seen LeBron. And y'all can't tell me they're the same. And I'm talking to people, whoever I posted in this Facebook group, in the Facebook groups I'm in, I'm talking to y'all now. You tell me when LeBron James could ever match what Michael Jordan did over his career, beating I think about 460 win teams. Twice Utah, once the Supersonics, and I believe it was Phoenix. 460 win teams.
I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of Hall of Famers
4
because of MJ.
And that's another thing.
A lot of Hall of Famers be.
Nobody ate. Nobody. Once Jordan got past the Pistons, he was able to get over that hump. Nobody ate. Clyde Drexler was destroyed in game 1 in '92.
Clyde Drexler was injured though.
I don't care. He was on the court.
He was injured.
He was on the court. Was he on the court?
He was, but they don't talk about that.
I don't care. He was on the court.
He injured himself in the Western Conference Finals.
I don't care. He was on the court. Hey, Clyde got his ring eventually when Michael retired.
Yeah.
The first time. But '93, he stopped Charles Barkley. Now the question we always ask is, what would have happened in '94 and '95 versus Houston? That's the only question we ask about Mike.
I mean, Hakeem dangerous, bro.
Yo, bro, that was my favorite team. That was my favorite team. I wasn't like I loved and respected Jordan.
Yeah,
I was a Rockets fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Hakeem Olajuwon used to bust niggas' ass without eating anything on Ramadan.
Yo, this freaking guy, bro.
Like, yo, Hakeem wouldn't eat for like days, B, and still cook it. I'm just saying, bro. Hakeem was a different dude, man.
That's the only question you have about Michael Jordan's career. LeBron, we always have questions like, how could he score 4 points in the finals game in the fourth quarter with the game on the line? Why does he always pass and defer when the game's on the line?
Yeah.
We always ask these questions. You don't ask these questions about Mike.
Yeah.
Because to me, LeBron is afraid of the moment. Let's just call it what it is.
Sometimes I think he's gotten
better. No. Listen, hold on. And I know that he have all these game-winning shots, but we're not playing Toronto all the time. Like, come on.
I agree. Listen, on that note, I'm ending the episode because I'm sweating. I looking like he's sweating too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Intense LeBron James talks. I always like these talks. We should definitely do an episode where it's like more in depth between the GOAT debate, because I don't think we have done that in a long time, right?
Mm-mm.
We can break it down. Hall of Fame teammates, you know what I'm saying, accolades, all-star games, MVPs, all that. There's many ways to break it down. We can even break it down with the social impact. But we know that LeBron kills anybody. He's like the Muhammad Ali of this generation, right? You know what I'm saying? Of social impact when it comes to that. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you got any questions and comments, hit us on lbrstalk@gmail.com. You can come up with topics that you may want to hear us discuss.
We answer the emails.
We do answer the emails. Make sure to catch us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And listen, enjoy this Sunday.
Don't forget the blog.
Oh, yes, the Facebook blog with Big Sherm does a great job of posting content in between episodes. And you part of the team, so we ain't
brother.
Thank you for coming, but we appreciate you as always, and we look forward to seeing more of you. That's another episode in the bag. You guys have a great Sunday.
All right, we out.